Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, we are finally back on the BMW at last. So today I'm just going to do a little bit of planning. There's probably not a massive amount going to go on, but we'll get sort of videos like this where we're doing loads or we're just doing a little bit and a bit of planning. So like I say, in this one it's a bit of planning and I'm going to remove the back end hopefully. So obviously now we've got the mudguard which is sat over here. I want to plan how I am going to arrange all that at the back end here. So to start with, all of that framework's got to come off. It's too wide, too much clutter going on. I may be able to use bits, I don't know. I'm not going to do a frame loop or anything like that. It needs to be fairly similar to this actually, with little cross members going across to, you know, bolt up to the mudguard and things like that. So I'm going to pull it out into the middle of the shed in a minute. I'm going to get as close as possible where I can sever it off, probably around this area and then up here to get it all gone. But what I am going to do is then make lugs, because I've decided I'm going to do the back end so it's removable, so it can be bolted on and bolted off. At the end of the day, it's an off-road bike. There is chances that you're going to fall off it when you're pushing it around a bit on the tracks. With a back end that can be unbolted, if it does get damaged, it'd be a lot easier to repair. You look on most motocross bikes, enduro bikes, all the back ends unbolt. So I'm going to go with something very similar on this. Yeah, we'll get it out into the middle of the room, fire the grinder up, get that back end off, so we've got a completely clear canvas, and start figuring out what we're going to do. Okay, hopefully this will move quite easily. Of course it doesn't. I've gone weak. All that time off. Oh, here's Blue. Come on then, you can come and help me. Come on. If I put a rope around the dog and put some treats just out of reach. That is heavy. Oh my word. Okie dokie. Can't pull it by the bite, so I'm going to pull it all over. Blue, you're going to knock the camera over. I think it's a reflection off the microphone. Come here, you daft dog. You're like a cat. You will come over. There we go, that's a bit better. I can get around here and jack it up a bit now. Make things a bit easier. That's better. There we go. Might as well go straight in for the chop. Get on with it. Make sure we got things out the way. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's put a new disc on so it gets all the way through the frame. Let's just chop the bike in half. that gone all the way through? Yep. Get it as close as possible on these bits. That looks like it's through or about through. Right, now this side. Timber! Oh, that looks better already. I think the bit we make will be a bit lighter and all that as well. We ain't having rear footrests, nothing like that. That looks better. I think it's actually going to be best if I remove all the airbox now. I don't know how difficult that is to get out. It looks like it's sort of well and truly encased in there with the frame. Let's get all this back off. I need a new one of these because this one's not very good. As you can see, someone's done a bit of repair on that. Not the best, but we'll find one of them. No rush for that at the minute though. Yeah, I think start looking at how I'll get that airbox out. Ooh. It looks like the rest of the frame might have to come off. Ain't a problem, I guess. I'm going to need it out of the way to do the work on it. Right, just going to strap the front end down to stop everything tipping up. And then release the frame. I can go through there. Like so. And I've got some help. He's hiding in the corner out of the way. Right, that one through there. That through there. Give that a bit of a ratchet up, and then we'll undo the frame. Get that airbox out of the way. It's only just got to hold it, isn't it? I think that's got it. Soon find out when I undo the shock. All this. You ready to catch it? Well, that's released, so there we go. It's still upright. I think we're good. So all I'm doing now is just getting the airbox out and then call it a day on this one. Give me a good point to start tomorrow, a good fresh start. Right, Allen key, what's that, 17 mil. That fits, that does. That feels weird. Is that stripping? Is that stripping threads are actually coming undone? I don't like that. I don't like the feel of that. It went too easy all of a sudden. Yeah. I don't know. Well, it's got to come out anyway, innit? I think it's okay. Yeah, it's coming outwards.
Greased up, isn't it?
Someone's actually greased it all up. That's a miracle. Someone's done something right for once. Don't speak too soon though. Oh, and that one's going nice. Oh, that's that released. Right. I wonder if I can do one of them. Oh, I don't know if we're going to be able to pivot it because it's dog-legged a bit.
Yeah, it might catch on the front.
Yeah, I think it's just going to have to come off. Which ain't a problem. So we're just going to do this, and then we've got a bit, we'll call it a video on this one, because then we're on to a bit of designing on mix bike for the front end, which is going to be another video, just to give a sort of a different take on the same bike with the standard front end in that we've put in a high mud guard on and a light similar to this one, but making it all work on the standard front end.
Bird's nest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite scary, isn't it, the amount of wiring on it. Aha!
There she blows.
And that is it. That is all the rear frame is at the minute. Obviously we're going to be using that bit. Right, airbox. What else is that attached
I
to?
reckon.
Yay! We are free. Obviously that will be going back on. I am using the standard airbox because I don't want to be messing about. Oops, the lid fell off. I don't want to be messing about. We know the bike runs sweet with that on, so we want to keep it like that. Be able to free that clip. Remember that clip was, someone had obviously put it back together and trapped that clip under the frame. So I've got these little clips here. One was trapped under the frame. Now we can put it back how it should be. So yeah, that will be going back on. Obviously we're a damn good clean up. There we go. Frame back on. On. At least I can mess about with this now, you know, take it on and off really easy. There we go, mate. That's lovely, lovely job.
Is it on the shock? Is it? There you go.
There, that's it. Yeah, then clean ones are up here, aren't they?
Put that plug back through the top mount.
Look how that's sprung out.
That's it.
Nice one. It's easy enough. We'll get some rags in the back of these.
Yeah.
Bung them up. Right, we're just done doing the earth, and then we should be able to get the whole wiring harness out the road. It's quite a scary looking harness. There's a lot going on. Is that off this side? Yeah, it's off this side. Well, there we go. That is stripped. Right, okay. Not a lot went on in that video really, but it's all part of it. You know, there's a lot of thinking time to be done on some parts of each build, and yeah, at least as you can see, we've got the airbox out of the way and everything. Sort of got a bit of a blank canvas now. Not a lot to say about it really. It's just obviously it's going to sort of look worse before it starts getting better. At least I know now with my friend here helping me do that, I know the bike's safe. I can pop that bit of the frame back off and start getting things sorted on it. Obviously we've got to tidy these lugs off where the beer frame went there. I want to dress all these back. As you see, let's look down on it. Where they start coming back out, I want to sever them down here so we can come up straight. And then, excuse me, we'll put some lugs on there with some mounting points. As I say, we're going to be bolting all that on. So that's ready for my next instalment, which we should have a lot more going on in the next video actually. There is quite a lot of work to do on this on the back end. We've got to get the mudguard working, then we've got the seat pan to do where it matches all the mudguard and fits in nicely with the tank. I'm going to be making some nice little side panels on there, only small ones, sort of side panel and sort of miniature type number boards. I'm going to figure all that out as we go along. So yeah, there's quite a lot of work there, and it's all got to fit nice. As you know, I have got a bit of a thing about poor fitted seats, and this is all going to work. It's going to take a bit of doing actually. So there is a lot of fabrication coming up on that back end very, very soon. I've been looking at, I had this old back end sat outside for ages, and that's square tube, so I may even do something with that. It looks absolutely terrible at the moment, but I may even be able to salvage enough parts out of that, because we got obviously the proper mounting points and stuff. I'll say I may be able to do something. If not, it don't matter, but it's in here to give me some ideas. Also tonight with my friend here who's got the other BMW GS, we've been coming up with ideas using my old front end, coming up with ideas that's going to hold his light and mudguard on, because he's keeping his front end standard, well, as in the forks and the telelever thing, he's keeping all that on his. We've got to try and make basically this setup work on that. So we've been going through that quite a lot this evening as well, and I will cover a bit of that in a video actually. So it gives, I don't know, it may give some people ideas if they wanted to change the front end on one of these and not go to the extent that I've gone to and make something like this work on a completely standard GS front end. So I will cover a bit of that when we get to grips of it. We've been working out the brackets that are going to make all that work. So yeah, it's been a good evening actually. So yeah, next installment on this, we'll be doing a lot more fabricating and getting stuck into it. Anyway, it's quite late, so I'm going to call it a day, because I'm back on boring Enfield frames tomorrow in the day, chipping away at them, and then I'm going to be back on this bike tomorrow evening. So yeah, getting back up to speed, and it's nice. That'll do. Cheers for watching guys, take care.